Shanti. I can see many new arrivals. Who have come straight to Gyan Sarovar. So welcome to Madhuban on my behalf. Didi Nirmala must have already welcomed you all, but I'm seeing many new arrivals. And some of you may be even first-timers. Who are first-timers? Acha? Okay. The Russians have gone to Shantivan today. So that's why the class is in the meditation hall. And today is Valentine's Day, 14th of February. You remember? Well, in the Western world, it's considered to be a very special day. In the East, it's not that much, but still people are accepting many things of the West too in the East. So today Valentine's Day is being celebrated, and who is our Valentine? Who's our Valentine? Whom have we given our heart to? Not to any human being, but we have given our heart to God. Baba says, if you give your heart to God, you will never get a heart attack. Because when we give our heart to human beings, this heart is broken into pieces. There is a song in Hindi about this. There is one song in which it is said, you give your heart and take back pain in exchange of the heart you give. Because there's only pain and pain in that. And another song about this heart, giving heart, is that the heart breaks into pieces and the pieces fall everywhere, some here, some there. That's a song. So when you give our heart to human beings, this is the result. So Baba comes at the confluence age and mends our heart. Baba makes it new. Baba makes it, you can say, he rejuvenates it, purifies it, and we are able to give a place to God in that heart. Up to now we had given our heart to so many human beings, and therefore there was no place for God in that heart. And we have now, Baba has cleansed that heart through meditation, and we are now able to give a place only to Baba. And Baba says, once you give a place to me in your heart, then there shouldn't be place for anyone else. You know? That would be called true love. Unbroken love. Altruistic love too. There are 3 different types of love. One love is totally altruistic, in which you are just giving and giving and giving. There is no thought of taking anything in return. You don't want anything, but you just want to give and give and give. And the other is you give and you expect that you should also receive, and that's why you give. And the third is the opposite of the first. You want to only receive, but you don't want to give. You don't want to give. But then Baba says, true love is when you are really sharing your heart. And true love for Baba, that leads to true love for everyone else. It's not that you love everyone and that means you love God. No. People say in the world to love humanity is to love God. But Baba says no, to love God is to love humanity. It is easier. Which is easy? Easy to love too many and that means to love one, or to love one which means to love many? If you love too many, that means the people say if you love humanity, that means you love God. But Baba says you love me, and that will mean that you are loving humanity too, because the humanity is His creation. If you love the Creator, you automatically love the creation too. It cannot be possible that you love the creation, you love the Creator but don't love the creation. It also cannot be possible that you love the creation and you don't love the Creator. But it is easier to love the Creator and thereby love the creation than to love the creation and thereby love the Creator. Which is easier? It's just like if you want to water a plant, a tree. Which is easier? Would you want to water every leaf in order to water the tree? What do you do to water a tree? So simple, just water the seed. When you water the seed, the whole tree automatically receives the water, because the seed is automatically giving water to all the leaves too. But if you water the leaves, it is not guaranteed that the water will reach the seed. Is it not? Will it reach the seed? Will it? It won't. And it won't even reach the leaves, actually. The leaves will wither away. They won't receive the water. The water which they receive is also from the seed. And then the whole tree can remain green. And therefore Baba says, if you love the seed, you automatically love the whole tree. The easiest method. Like you have many needles around, many scattered needles. And you want to bring all the needles together. Instead of picking up each one by one and bringing them together, there's a very easy method. What is that? Bring a magnet. Bring a magnet. And just put the magnet in front of all the needles. What will happen? All the needles will be pulled towards the magnet. And in that process, they will be pulled towards each other also. Because each needle turns into a temporary magnet in the company of the magnet. This is what we learn in magnetic theory, in a magnetic field. We learn about the magnetic field. So each needle has a magnetic field around it, and that attracts another needle, and that will create another magnetic field, will attract another needle. So the magnet is the main attraction, which attracts all the needles. And in that process, each needle becomes a magnet, a temporary magnet, attracting other needles. And ultimately, all needles come to the magnet. The very easy method. So Baba is the magnet. And all of us are the needles. So when we are pulled towards Baba, automatically we become temporary magnets too, and souls are pulled. But that pull is not to the self, it's because of the magnet. And if I take myself away from the magnet, then I don't become a temporary magnet also. Some children don't understand this. They love Baba, but then they try to become temporary magnets and attract souls. And then their intellect is pulled away from the true magnet. And ultimately what happens? Even they fall down. They lose their stage too. And other souls also lose their stage because their intellect is not to the Supreme, but intellect is towards human souls. And therefore Baba says, never, never draw anyone's attention or attraction towards yourself. Always towards Baba. Always towards Baba. Because that Supreme is a source. So it is wonderful to see how at this confluence age, there is the wonderful meeting. This wonderful meeting is between souls and the Supreme Soul. A confluence in the world also we see. There's confluence between rivers, confluence between oceans also, confluence between river and ocean. And that confluence is actually part of one and part of the other. So it's part of both. And yet, it has its own value. It has its own existence too, that confluence. Though it is part of one and part of the other, but still it has its own existence. And that existence of the confluence is the importance of that confluence. Because people will take a dip in that confluence, neither there nor there, but in the middle. So what does Baba teach us at this confluence age? He teaches us how to keep a balance. We haven't reached Satyug yet. And we are out of Kali Yuga. Of course, we are in Kali Yuga. For the whole world, it is Kali Yuga. It is Iron Age. It is not Golden Age. And we haven't reached Golden Age yet. But still, what do we say? That we are not in Iron Age. We are at the confluence. In today's Murli, Baba said, see and yet don't see. Because we are seeing everything of Kali Yuga. Everything is so bad, so dirty. Kali Yuga. All the vices have reached their extremity, their climax. And Baba is taking us away from that. But Baba says, you are not sannyasis. You are not recluses. You are not hermits. You have not renounced the world and are living in a forest and just doing intense tapasya. You are not Hatha yogis. You are Raj yogis. You are royal sages. So neither are we sannyasis who have renounced everything of the world and are just living in forests as recluses. Nor are we so materialistic that we are totally indulged in materialism. We don't renounce materialism. Everything is there. Baba says all the important science gadgets today, the wonderful science is invented for you children. It's for your service, for serving humanity. And therefore make good use of it, everything. The computers and whatever the science has provided to you, make good use of it. But do not be trapped in that. Be in it, but not of it. Be on it, but let that not be in it, in you. You know, like a boat, if it's on the water, it'll go across and reach the other shore. But the boatman has to make sure that the water does not enter the boat. Let the boat be on the water, but the water shouldn't enter the boat. So live in the world, but don't allow the world to live in you. Make use of all the modern gadgets, of all the equipments of science. They are useful, but do not be trapped by them or in them, that you cannot do without them. So this is what Baba says, use this, the middle path. Neither are we sannyasis who have renounced the whole world and we don't see anything, don't go anywhere. It's not like that too. nor are we engrossed in materialism completely. We use materialism but still not be trapped in it. This is the beauty of the middle path. So Baba said in today's Murli that you are neither sannyasis nor is yours impure family life. This is pure family life. And in this pure family life, we are like following the middle path. And the middle path means maintaining a balance. This is the middle path. The middle path is very, very tiny. It's not large. It's very tiny, and yet in that tiny space, we have to keep a balance and move along so that we are neither pulled there nor are we pulled there, because that is very big, this is also very big. It's very easy to renounce everything and just don't see anything, be away from the whole world, be in solitude in the forest, in a jungle, on top of a mountain, all by yourself. There's no attraction at all there. And therefore no pulls too. Out of sight, out of mind. That's what the saying goes. If something is out of sight, it is very easy for it to become out of mind. It's not difficult. But something to be in sight and yet not be pulled towards it. This is the big test. Like Baba was saying in today's Murli, that in Kali Yuga, people will not say that that Maya comes. Because they're already engrossed in Maya, already. They don't even know that this is Maya. They think all that to be so natural, everything, all the vices, so natural. They don't consider the vices to be their enemy. No. Lust, sex lust, natural. Anger, natural. Greed, natural. Attachment, natural. Ego, natural. And what does Baba tell us? This is not your true nature. What a big contrast. If it would have been natural, people would have been comfortable in that. That's the proof. If something is natural, then one should be comfortable in it, no? If I'm wearing the right type of clothes, the right measurement, I'm comfortable in it. Because that's what it is for me. But if it's something which is not my size, I will not be comfortable. I will not be happy in it. So if all these vices are natural, then why aren't people comfortable? They are not comfortable. They feel that, the distress, the sorrow, the mental pain, the torture, the depression, all these mental diseases, it means that they are not comfortable in that. There's a vacuum. And they don't know what they are really lacking. They're looking for it. Because it's against the true nature of the soul. The true nature of the soul is purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss. So this is why Baba comes at this time and gives us the realization through the awareness of what my true nature is. So in this middle path, Baba teaches us how to keep a balance. And Baba mentions so many different types of balance. One balance which Baba mentioned yesterday was a child and a master. It is such a wonderful balance. When to become a child and when to become a master. It's so easy to become the master all the time. And so easy also to become a child all the time. So easy. Just don't care. Little children, so carefree they are. They don't know anything, how the parents are earning money, how they are feeding the children, how they are looking after, sustaining the children. Children don't care. They are being fed, they are being sustained, they get everything ready-made. They don't bother to know from where the father and mother have brought the money, how much they have worked hard to earn that money. They just receive because they think it's their right. And therefore they are very careless in other things. So it's very easy to become a child, just not care. And also very easy to become too responsible. Too responsible. I am responsible. But to keep a balance between being carefree and responsible, child and master, that is a real art. It's very easy not to fall on the ground, on the floor. You're walking on the floor and you don't fall. Well, that's natural. You don't have to make effort to not fall because you're walking straight. There are some people who would fall even otherwise, even if they are walking on the floor, on the ground, they fall. They don't see, and they are maybe very often I've seen people, our own sari will come in under our feet, something, and then we fall. So we have to be very careful to keep the sari up so that so that the feet, it doesn't come under our feet. So it can be easy to fall if I'm not really careful. But the one who is walking on a rope and not falling, that is a real art. So this is what Baba teaches us. What to be when to be a child, when to be a master. We learn the art. And it would be very wrong to be a master when we have to be a child. And it's very wrong to be a master, to be a child when we have to be a master. So Baba says, when it comes to making efforts, your own efforts, you should be the master. Baba is teaching us, but how much we are inculcating depends on how much we consider ourselves to be the masters. Baba says, I teach everyone. I don't teach privately. I don't teach anyone separately. I don't give extra tuitions to anyone. I don't put extra efforts on anyone. I am not partial with someone and not with others. I teach the same equally to all my children. But some become world sovereigns and some become servants. It's because how much they take in. If I would be partial to some and or partial to everyone, then all would become kings. But it's not possible. Therefore, I am alike in my teachings, but how each one takes depends on that individual. So how much I am taking depends on me. Baba is giving to everyone the same thing. That's what Baba says. So in inculcating, I have to be the master and make sure that I inculcate everything what Baba wants me to inculcate. And in that Baba says, don't look at anyone else. Neither look sideways nor look behind, because both could be harmful. Looking sideways means looking at others. Very often we see in a classroom, the teacher is teaching, the student is looking at the other student. How much is that one grasping in? How much that one is paying attention? How much that one is paying attention? And in that process, he himself is not paying attention because he's looking at others, how each one is paying attention and how much not. So where is he paying attention? If I am to pay attention, why should I look at anybody else? I have to look only at the teacher and no one else. So Baba says, don't look sideways. Looking sideways means looking at others, what others are doing. Because whatever each one does, that he will get. according to what he does. And also don't look behind. Don't look at the back. Means don't see your past also. Very often when we look at our past, we remember our past, then also we feel so depressed, so sad or disheartened, because we say, oh, I've had a very bad past. I've had a very bad past. But Baba says, doesn't matter if you've had a very bad past. It's finished. They say in Hindi, in India there's a saying. In Hindi the words are, Kal ka din ka bhula, raat ko ghar aaye to bhula nahi kehlata. Supposing somebody is lost during the whole day, he's lost. But at night he comes back. He finds his home and is back. Then even though he was lost the whole day, he's not considered lost, because he has found his home. He has found his home, so how can he be considered lost? Can he be considered lost? He will be considered lost only when he has not found his home. And once he has found his home, he is no more lost. That's finished. Similarly, Baba says, okay, even if I've had a very bad past, but now in the present, if I have realized what the truth is, the past is finished. But then somebody may say, but Baba says, oh, it will come again in the next kalpa. Baba says, that's not what you have to remember now. It was in the last kalpa too, but did you remember when you were going through that in the past? Did you remember that you had already had an experience of it in the past? If you did have that thought that you had an experience of it in the past, you would have not felt that much unhappy or sorrowful. Because if you've already experienced something in the past, the present should not make you that unhappy. Supposing I've been getting injections all the time, and I know it's very painful, very painful. So one more injection, okay, I already know what the pain is, so I won't feel the pain. But if it's something new, I will feel it much more. But if I've already had the experience of it, I will not feel that painful, will I? What do you think? Because I know I have the experience of it. Similarly, the knowledge of the drama should actually make me feel that nothing is new. So even if I've had a painful past, doesn't matter, it's not new. It has happened in every kalpa. It will happen again, doesn't matter. I will not know at that time. At least now I know, no? So I should not feel that, oh, it will come again in the future. And therefore Baba says, yes, understand what I am supposed to do in the present. So being in a state of balance means being in the present. And in the present state, I have to achieve the best. So we are not sannyasis or recluses, nor are we so much indulged in materialism that we just cannot go beyond. Because there are people who cannot go beyond. They are so much in it. But still they are not happy. Because Baba says it's not your true nature. So we have now come to realize our true nature. We do feel sorry for those souls too, who are too much in materialism and they are not realizing, though they are not happy too. But what can you do? Just give them the good wishes, that's all. Sometimes Baba says there are people who are so much engrossed in bhakti, they don't know the truth, but still they are so much in bhakti, but the bhakti hasn't finished yet. So how can you take them out of that quagmire or that quicksand? The bhakti has to finish first, no? So you give them the good wishes. But you should be able to stay detached, not feel their sorrow in you, because you have to play the role of a master of yourself, master of your emotions. You can't become emotional just like they become emotional. Like a doctor, he has to keep himself detached in order to really look after his patients. He won't become a patient himself. He has to keep himself aloof. So, the middle path or the state of balance, this is what Baba teaches us. So, when do we become a child and when do we become a master? When it comes to being in a gathering, Baba says, you should be able to become a child. When you are in solitude, you should be able to become a master. Where your efforts are concerned, you are a master. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you from waking up at Amrit Vela. No one can tell you, no, don't get up at Amrit Vela. Who is he to tell you that? If he doesn't want to wake up, it's up to him. But I am the master of my own efforts, and therefore I wake up at Amrit Vela, I meditate, but at that time I should not become a child. Oh, this one isn't waking up, okay, I also won't wake up. No, I'm the master. So when it comes to individual efforts, you are the master. When you are in a gathering and you are supposed to give your opinion of something, okay, as a master, give your opinion. But whatever decision is taken by the whole group, accept it as a child. This is becoming a child in a gathering. Very often we make this mistake. We say, but I gave my opinion, why wasn't it accepted? My advice was not accepted. Why don't people listen to me? No. Even if I am the manager of a company, so what? Sometimes we have to be very humble to accept what my subordinates have said. Because they may be better than me in their ideas. It's not that what I say has to be accepted by all, not necessary. The beauty of this yajna is how Baba is the supreme, no? He can just give instructions. Children, okay, this has to be done. But Baba will never say straight away. Baba will say, okay, child, first call a meeting. Let's see what everyone thinks. And then Baba will give the final decision. So everyone's opinions are taken into consideration. Dadiji is the administrative head. She can just give directions for anything, but she will never give like that. She'll call a meeting, take everyone's advice, everyone's suggestion. And then whatever is the collective idea or the collective opinion, that will be accepted by all. It could be against someone's own wish, but even that one will accept because it's a collective decision of the majority. Even if it is what Dadi did not prefer, but she will accept because everybody else has accepted it. And Baba will never give the final decision. He will give the decision according to what the majority have said in the gathering. He will put Dadi in the front. If it's not decided in the meeting, even Baba will say no to it. It's very interesting. I can give you so many examples. But then what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to individual efforts, we have to become the master. We should not become like a child. Don't look at anyone else. Don't look behind. Just see Baba. What did Baba do? That's what Baba said in yesterday's Murli. What is the meaning of a master? Master means equal to the Father. And equal to the Father in 4 aspects, Baba said yesterday. Thoughts, words, actions, and relationships and contacts. So in all these 4 aspects, like the Father. That is why there's a very interesting saying. Even before you think, you should think whether whatever you are thinking is right or wrong. Think before you think. Think before you think what you are going to think. Now, what does that really mean? It means that whatever you are thinking, is it what Baba would think? If Baba wouldn't think that, then I also should not think. Full stop. Then only I am called the master. So thoughts like Baba, words like Baba. Would Baba say these words? No? Okay, I also will not say these words. Would Baba do like that? No? Then I also will not do it. This is seeing Baba and following Baba. That's what Baba says. It's so simple, it's so easy. You have to just follow the footsteps. To put your feet in someone else's footsteps shouldn't be difficult. But what we do is, the mistake we make is we put our feet in the footsteps of human beings. Oh, this one doing that, okay, let me also do like that. That one doing that, okay, let me also do like that. And a time will come when that one will fall, I also will fall. Because this is what Baba says, taking human support. And human support can never be always very strong, never. Even if you see in this world, people go for human support, and when that person dies, what's the result? I've seen, no? Yesterday there was news in the newspaper. Someone, committed suicide. Why did he commit suicide? Because his wife had died a few days ago and he could not live without her. She died, she's dead. Now what can he do? But he couldn't stay without her, and therefore he killed himself. So, human support, for how long can it last? It can't be forever. And in this way he lost his valuable life too. So this is what Baba says, we take the support of that one who is eternal, who is immortal. That's our Valentine. No human Valentines. In Lokik world we see how familiarity breeds contempt. No? There's a saying, familiarity breeds contempt. If you become too familiar with someone, what happens? At the beginning you see his good qualities, no doubt. And then there's attraction. But gradually you start seeing his defects too, because no one is perfect, definitely not. So when we come too close and we start seeing the defects, then that contempt comes. The hatred comes. But Baba is the only one who has no defects, no weaknesses. He's perfect. There's a song in Hindi, that someone was singing a song of love for someone and said, he was saying to her, with what should I compare you? Should I compare you with the moon? No, because even the moon has spots, So whatever he was trying to compare her with, he was finding some defect in that one. And therefore, because he wanted to see, he was seeing her as perfect. But then seeing her as perfect and trying to compare her with any other thing of this world, which was beautiful, But in that beauty again, there were black spots or dark spots or whatever. So that was not perfect. And ultimately, the song goes that I see you only as you. I don't compare you with anyone else. So this is what we have to see Baba. I see Baba only as Baba. I don't compare Baba with anyone else. Because Baba is perfect and no one else is perfect. That is why, in praise of Shiva, they say in Bhakti, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. These three words are very lovely. Satyam means truth. Shivam means the benefactor. And Sundaram means the beautiful. These three things attract. Even in the world, truth attracts. The one who's a bestower automatically attracts. Why not? And beauty attracts. But then people have taken it only on a physical level. They have taken it only on physical level, in the sense physical beauty, physical giving of somebody, giving physical things. Or truth maybe only on a very superficial level. In spirituality, truth is something very deep. Truth is that which is eternal. Truth is that which is unchanging. Truth is that which was never created and will never be destroyed. That is called truth. Something which is changing, something which is perishable, is not called truth. And therefore we say the soul and supreme soul only are the truth, because they are eternal, immortal, imperishable. In matter, everything is changing. So this is why in spirituality, they say matter is untruth. In a way, matter is truth too, because it is eternal. So one point of eternity, of truth is that it is eternal. But the other point of unchanging thing, that is not there, and therefore it is called untruth. But for the Supreme Soul, we can say that it is unchanging and imperishable. And that is why it is always the truth. So when I understand the truth in this way, I realize that the truth is only one Supreme Being. And the soul is pulled towards that truth. The bestower is only one Supreme Being. However much some humans can give me, but they also will take from someone else, and that one will take from someone else, and that from someone else. Ultimately, the original bestower is only one Supreme Being. And therefore, my thoughts go only to that Supreme Being, the Supreme Bestower. And the Supreme Being's qualities are the real source of his supreme beauty. The qualities, not just physical beauty. So in this way, I become the master of my efforts, where the mind goes to the Supreme, and I become a child of the Supreme, thinking that whatever I have belongs to Baba. Nothing is mine. I'm only a child. So master in my own way, and a child as a child of God. It's so beautiful to see, Baba considering everyone to be his child. The whole creation is God's children. All of us, not just humans, but even animals, even birds. All are God's creation. No? So Baba has love for the whole creation. So I too have love for the whole creation. But my true love is for Baba. And keeping Baba in between, I love all. If I remove Baba, then that love between us would become distorted love. That would become impure love, because Baba is not in between. then karmic accounts will be created. But if Baba is in between, then no karmic accounts are created. I give to Baba, you take from Baba. So though it is coming from me to you, or from you to me, but Baba is in between. I'm not remembering any human souls, I'm seeing only Baba. And the result is, no karmic accounts are created. So in this way we become children and the Master. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, how should we celebrate Valentine's Day? Sister Shashi, where is she? Shashi ben आई है? शशि ben आई है? नहीं आई है? When? To keep Baba in between. Okay, a very interesting thing. How to keep Baba in between. See, supposing I'm giving now money in the yagya, anything, in physical things, money in the yagya. But if I say this is, I'm giving to you or for you, then it's like creating karmic account. Of course, I'm giving to that person, but I'm keeping Baba in between, means it is given to Baba and then Baba is giving to you. So I take it from Baba and you give to Baba. It's like that. Though I use it, but supposing I take it directly from you and say you gave it to me, then when I'm using it, I'll remember you. Oh, I took from that one gave me. No, Baba gave me. And you also will say, I gave to Baba. So Baba is in between. Though Baba will not use it. It's just like, see, in Bhakti, people offer some offerings to God. Well, God doesn't eat. Does He eat? Nothing. We say if you keep 10 laddus, sweets, and you offer, after 5 minutes, after you've offered, nothing is lost. Everything is there, right, intact. Not even one piece is gone. But how do we accept that then? We accept it as an offering given by God. Though we have offered it, and we are eating it, but it has become an offering from God. It's not mine, it's God's offering. And I take it as an offering and I eat it with that reverence, with that pure feeling, with that pure love. This is what it means. This is what means keeping Baba in between.